Okay, so now I'm about to school you on the Jennifer Lopez shooting incident with Sean Puffy Combs and Shyne, and I'm going to demonstrate how a toxic female who has been married 6, 7 times, cannot be by herself. Her whole entire life, she cannot be by herself. Also, she did sacrifice Selena. So I'm just basically going to show you the situation, the litigation, how she's in bed with Jaguar Ray and Jay-Z and the whole bullshit. Faith Evans, Suge Knight, killed Tupac, killed Biggie. And these females are the ones that set up. Right now, you got an innocent black man sitting in jail. And probably Kimura probably was the one behind Kim Porter.
Now the horrific charges have been revealed and Diddy is in prison. Many are noticing the silence of Jennifer Lopez. More J-Lo clips are resurfacing. What happened back in that club in 1999? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. J-Lo has not said anything, not even when the Cassie video came out. And now with the arrest, it's kind of crazy that she isn't saying anything. You'd think she'd offer something. You'd think she'd say when Cassie was videos came out. But what is she hiding? Why isn't she speaking? That's the big question I have. These two were together for a long time. In fact, a new clip just resurfaced. A lot of Wendy Williams clips are coming out. But here's one. J-Lo's mom was clearly not into Diddy.
I was telling you that I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way.
I remember you said
yes.
Yes.
Or in my mind.
Look at
Or in my mind, getting together permanently
Yeah, well,
with
first of all,
Pitbull.
right, Pitbull, it's crazy. Everybody came alive. They all had something to say.
Yeah, everybody has an opinion.
Yes, it's funny to me.
So, but all right, so no Puffy, but I see
No
you
Puffy.
in Pitbull. One of them you write about.
No Puffy. No Puffy. Now, she's spoken about Puffy. Puffy cheated on her. That was sort of what she had said. But there was a lot more to this story, guys, that I thought was important of revisiting now with these accusations really charged. And so the charge is so bad that he's still remaining in jail. So let's go through what happened in New York. You tell me if you think J-Lo has something to hide. If you're unfamiliar, I want to break it down. The history of the New York scandal and the shooting case. On December 28th, 1999, Sean Puffy Combs and then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez have been celebrating a soon-to-be-released album by Shyne, a.k.a. Jamal Barrows, who's right here. That's Shyne. In the Midtown Club in New York. They were leaving when Combs, carrying a bottle of champagne, accidentally jostled one of the club's patrons, knocking a drink out of his hand. The man, Matthew Allen, a street tough known as Scar, responded with a shove. Things escalated. One of Allen's companions allegedly threw a stack of money in Combs' face, and shots were fired, leaving 3 people injured. Combs and Lopez were arrested, fleeing the scene in a Lincoln Navigator with a pew-pew in the trunk. J-Lo was quickly absolved. Now, during the trial itself, the trial lasted 7 weeks, included 60 witnesses, 126 court exhibits. It was a battle of wills between the Manhattan District Attorney and Mr. Combs, who rejected a plea bargain that required jail time. Although witnesses said they'd seen Combs with the pew-pew and his driver testified that his boss had bribed him to claim ownership, the legal team, including Johnny Cochran, created enough doubt that Combs was acquitted. I don't know if you know this, Judge, but this person, Jennifer Lopez...
I need gas money, but I don't get paid till next week. What should I do?
Don't even stress about it. Just download the Earn It app to get paid early.
This is a very famous actress, one lawyer pointed out. To think Mr. Combs is walking around with her with a loaded pew-pew, it's so ridiculous that it stretches the imagination. Is it now? Prosecutor Matthew Bondanos set out to prove that Mr. Combs took advantage of his celebrity from the moment he strode into the club in New York. Neither he nor his members or his entourage were searched as regular patrons would. He also noted that once under arrest, Combs expected the same special treatment from the legal system. Mr. Bondanos already argued, attempting to influence witnesses through offers of cash, etc. Prosecution witnesses, including the most seriously injured victim, Natania Rubin, testified that Mr. Allen, who goes by the nickname Scar, threatened to kill Mr. Barrows, Shyne, who performs under the name Shyne. Miss Rubin then said she saw flashes from 2 shots, one each fired by Combs and Shyne, and grasped her face as a bullet smashed into her nose. After 2 days of deliberations, a jury this evening acquitted Sean Combs, hip-hop mogul, of possession and bribery charges stemming from this incident in Manhattan in 1999. In the end, It was Shyne who was served almost 9 years for possession, reckless endangerment, etc., though he did so angrily, claiming Combs had sold him out to save his own skin. After his acquittal, Combs changed his nickname to P. Diddy in hopes of putting his past behind him. Again, name change, something he did recently as well, calling himself Love, as he knew all these allegations were coming. The Love album. Now, fast forward, Tanya has now spoken out. She is willing to remove the bits from her face to prove it was, in fact, Diddy who shot her. She was one of the victims and said, who better to tell you what happened than the person who got shot smack dab between the eyes? She said that she spent the past 25 years trying to get justice for the night she claims Combs shot her in the face, not Shyne. She tells News Nation she doesn't believe Diddy was properly charged, and she continues to fear for her life. She believes she's also putting her life at risk by speaking out at Diddy. Good for her, she did before a lot of others did. I live a simple, quiet, risk-averse life, so if I should meet with an untimely demise, it would require a deep investigation. I understand the peril of what I'm exposing. She remained adamant since the shooting that it was Combs who shot her, and that she was facing them when they pulled it and saw Combs do it in her nose. She filed the $130 million lawsuit, there she is right there, for compensation against him in 2008 and settled in 2011. Now, Shyne has since defended himself. He was out there saying, I felt I was the fall guy, but he still doesn't blame Diddy. In the wake of the allegations from the infamous club in 1999, Jamal Shyne Barrows spoke out saying he's the fall guy, but isn't placing the blame on Diddy, probably because he got some money. It opens wounds. Everyone knew all along I was the fall guy. My political enemies tried to make me into the criminal. Everyone knew I took the fall, but he maintained his innocence, saying, at all this time I was defending myself. I did not shoot them. I maintained that I shot nobody. But he still wouldn't put out the, that Diddy did it. That's what's really frustrating. Now, furthermore, Little Rod opened up about this as well in his lawsuit, which we have here. And he opened up that he found filed this explosive lawsuit, as we know, and he was often bragging about, bragging over and boasting over the fact that he got away with it. That's what he was saying in this lawsuit. Law enforcement tell the Post that the infamous shooting and the trial could potentially be reinvestigated as part of this federal probe, which is now happening. Diddy is arrested. But they got eyes on him in Miami, and the feds are talking to witness after witness who is familiar with the case. They're corroborating everything they can, but everything past and present is on the table. Woo! So, yeah, this is where we stand. Now, Natanya has been very vocal. She has fought back, as we know. She's made it clear she'll do whatever she has, even in open up her face. And now a lot of other clips of J-Lo's mom coming forward about how she would never allow it to her daughter to go back with him, as we just saw at the beginning of this video. This idea, could J-Lo have held the weapon in her purse in that club so he could get it in easier? That's always been the question. What did she know? Why did she get off so easily? Why is she not talking now? Why not express the whole frustration of what you did back then and throw this monster finally under the bus? Or admit he didn't do it? It's very odd to me that she and so many others are staying silent now that so much is out there. Is she waiting for the guilty verdict? I just think it's a little too late, J-Lo. Now is your chance. As you're trying to rebuild your brand, I know you were together, you had a history. Tell us the truth. I think at this point it's important you give us something to stand up for the victims and help put this away. Or are you complicit in it? And is that why you're silent? Look, I don't know. I want to know the truth, and that's why I find her silence to be deafening. But I want to know what you think. Now that you heard the whole story, tell me your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe here. Hit that bell for alerts to get notified. And when you do, smash the like button, leave your comments, help get the word out on these videos.
We know what happened, and we hope, that it all turns out the way it's supposed to.
You had to be disturbed by a report in the New York paper yesterday.
Yeah.
It said an eyewitness along 8th Avenue as your car drove by saw a female hand throwing a gun out of the car.
Ridiculous. I don't
You're
know
the
how
only
to
female
address
in the car. You don't want to talk about
Ridiculous.
it? You very confident that Puffy will be found innocent in this trial?
Yes, I will.
You're going to testify?
If they need me.
But you haven't been asked.
I haven't been asked.
It's a difficult time, and
We know what happened.
Will actually pay you for just playing their games. There's this app called Just Play.
As someone who destroyed my life.
Former rapper Moses Shyne Barrows is speaking out in the wake of Sean Diddy Combs' arrest and federal indictment. Once Diddy's bad boy protege, Moses served nearly a decade in prison for a 1999 nightclub shooting in New York, where 3 people were injured. Diddy attended a party at the club with his then-girlfriend